All right, so you guys been going pretty crazy on the support. I can't even lie, so I really appreciate. Thanks so much, everyone. But this is a super heavily requested video that people actually asked me to do. So hold on, let me see. I think it's on right here in this video, the comments. By the way, geez, these likes, you guys went crazy on this one. Where is it? So yeah, it's right over here. Make a dedicated vid to Erwin. I need to know I'm bad with him. And then another guy commented on like multiple of my videos. Like I have multiple of these videos asking for like a video like that. So today's the day I'm gonna do that video. Without further ado, guys, let's get right into the video. Alright, so pretty much this might be a short video because it's not that really complicated at all, to be honest. It's one of the most simplest things to do on the game, really. It's just that you gotta know your timing, that's all, which is not hard to learn. It'll basically become muscle memory when you learn this. Now you guys are probably wondering, some of you that didn't really ask for this video, why should I need to learn how to do this Erwin buff? So before I show you guys how to do this buff, I have to set up and get some more money because Erwin is not really, well, he's a cheap unit, but he costs 2k to place one down, and I'll need 4 to actually do this method. So now the benefits to this, guys, is pretty much that you could place a unit wherever you want as long as they're in the radius of the 4 Erwins. So that's a good thing about this, that you could basically set up wherever you want. You don't have to do the chains, because I'll show you guys right now as we do this. I'll show you guys the difference between the two, like actually doing it visually than just explaining it, so you guys could understand better. Okay, so I finally got enough money, guys, to do the strat, so let me show you guys real quick. Now pretty much all you will need is 4 Erwins, right? You could set them up however you want, but make sure that they're inside of each other's bubble. However you want to set them up, you could put them like right next to each other, or you could put them like at the edge of each other's bubble. Pretty much that's all you have to do. But make sure that I mean, you don't have to do this, but it's usually better. I don't know, it just makes it easier for me to place a set of Erwin down like this. So 2 Erwins like that. Max upgrade them real quick. Let me do that real quick as well. There you go. So max upgrade. I see that Frieza's in the bubble. I see that Minato's in the bubble as well. So I guess I'm gonna place my next ones right here so that my Natsu is gonna be in the bubble. Now pretty much as you can see, now that Natsu's in the bubble as well. But you guys are probably wondering, how am I gonna get these guys to do a max triple Erwin buff on a unit like, you know, Frieza, Minato, and all of them, if these units are together like this? Because some of you guys are probably used to doing it the different way, and I'm gonna show you guys how that different way is right now. Now you guys are probably used to the normal way, which a lot of people did it. I did it too, like this before as well. And keep in mind, this method is not new at all. Like this method came out literally on the day Erwin buff became a thing on the game. So the original method was you place one down, then you place another one down like in the edge of that bubble, and then the next one you place down would be right here, right? So now pretty much I got both of the, you know, ways to use Erwin down. And yeah, this is the how people usually use it that don't know how to use this method right here. Now I'm gonna tell you guys why this method is bad, and the reason why is that because when you're doing this method, you're focused on only one Erwin bubble, right? So this one Erwin will be the one that's buffing all your units, right? Well, with these ones right here, it doesn't matter where you're placing your units as long as they're in the bubble, because all of them are gonna get the maximum buff that you want. Well, with this one, you can't really place any other units in these bubbles right here because they're only going to be getting like a 1 Erwin buff or like the 2 Erwin buff. So it's going to be like, you know, not good at all because you want the triple Erwin buff, right? You want to have the 3 stack. So you're going to be focused on placing all your stuff in this Erwin's bubble. But anyway, now I explained to you guys what's the difference between the two methods. Pretty much, I hope you guys understand what I was trying to say, but let me show you guys how to do this method now. This method is super simple. I'm going to try to explain it to you guys as best I can. So here we go. Hopefully I do a good job explaining because I'm really bad at that. Now first off, when you're doing this is you're not going to get the triple stack Erwin buff right away. It's going to take like a few buffs to do it. But once you're like, I guess you could say like in the rhythm with the buffs, then you know how to like when to activate the next buff and all that. I'll show you guys right now. So here we go. First off, you buff this one, or you could buff whatever you want, but usually this is what I do. So we got 4 right here. I'm gonna buff this one, right? As you can see, all these Erwins got the, you know, the double swords like right above them, meaning that they're buffed, right? Even the Frieza, the Minato, but not the Natsu anyway, because he's not in the range for these ones. But as you can see, this one doesn't have it. So when you first buff one of the units, then you're gonna move her to a different Erwin. So for example, I guess I'll use this one right across him, right? So this one's right across him, will be easy to remember. I'm gonna buff with him now. Now all 4 of them have the buff, pretty much. All 4 of the Erwins. But you're still not done, because now after you buffed, you pretty much see that these ones ran out. All of them ran out, but this one's still up, right? Now you still can't buff with this one, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna use this one right next to him, and you're gonna buff with this one, right? So now with this Erwin, this is the third Erwin that you buffed with. You buffed with this one because you saw that these two are ran out, so you're gonna be buffing with this one now. As you can see now, right here we got these Erwins with the buff on them, and these ones don't have it. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna buff with these ones to buff these Erwins. So basically, whenever an Erwin buff runs out, you use the opposite pair to buff the other pair that ran out with the Erwin buff. As you can see now, this one ran out. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go back to this pair. As you can see, the buff is back and they're at 240 damage. You're gonna buff again, boom, there you go. Now they're at 286 damage, which means that they're maximum now. They're not gonna be going higher than that damage. 268 is the maximum. Now watch this. See, now these ones ran out. You go back to this one, boom, you buff them, and now they got the buff as well. And as you're buffing these Erwins with each other, at the same time, anything that's in the radius is also getting the triple amount of buff. So look at this one. You guys see this guy? These ones ran out. Minato's on his normal stats. I'm gonna buff with these Erwins. Boom. I buffed him. Look at that. He got the triple stack. Look at him. He's dealing 5k damage. Look at this Frieza dealing 3.3k damage. That's their maximum Erwin buff damage. This is how much damage these characters do when they're fully maxed out with the buffs. And this is all you literally have to do, guys. It's nothing serious. It's not hard at all. You're just gonna keep buffing every time a pair is ran out with the buff. So I guess the next one will be this one, I think, or this one. I already forgot. Yeah, it was this one. So as you can see, this one ran out. I'm gonna go back to this one and buff. There you go. So that's the method. Hopefully I explained it right to you guys. Keep in mind, English is not my first language, so my bad if my explanation was not really amazing, but that's how I can explain it to you guys. And yeah, this method is nothing new. This method is old, so yeah. And also, guys, let me show you guys why this method is really bad. This method right here, where you use these to buff like that, because watch. I'm gonna place a Minato right here, right? And I'm gonna place a Minato right over here. Now watch this, guys. I'm gonna try to get the triple stack buff on all of these Minatos right here that I have. So I buff with this one, and I buff with the last one. Look at this difference. So this Minato is dealing 3,191 damage, while this one right here is dealing 5,000. So you see the difference, right? So you're not going to be really able to place anything in the bubbles of these Erwins, since they're not going to get the triple stack buff. So that's the difference between these two, is that this one handicaps you pretty much and it's not good, and like you need to set up in like locations where you could actually set up this chain. So it's not good at all. It's better to learn this one right here because it's just so much better. Like, you're not set back on where you can place your units. You could place them wherever you want as long as they're in the bubble. So yeah, this method is just amazing. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Like I said, it's gonna be a short video. Hopefully it's probably gonna be like 10 minutes long. That's not a short video, whatever. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and hopefully this was helpful to you. And thanks so much for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe, and peace out, guys. Good luck on the leaderboards.